Good evening and welcome to our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show on Bay County TV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. Seems like we were just here, Coach.
I'll tell you what, we've been bringing the Cougars a little bit of luck. They've won 2 football games when we're in the house. Last week, 3 basketball games. So I think they like it when Bay County TV's in All Saints gym. But they got a toughie tonight.
They have got a toughie tonight, and you are looking at a Pinconning area Spartan team. Granted, only 2-5 on the year, but they have been in virtually every game they've played this year.
Yeah, Jeff, I was looking at the stats earlier today, and they have really every game they played. I think they're averaging about 46 and giving up 49. So, once again, we got a couple of teams tonight that know how to play close games and know how to win close games.
Head coach Casey Pashik. Seems like he's been here forever. I believe he's in his 4th year, though, with this program, after Tim Floyd had the program for a long time. And he's still a fairly young club here, but he has got a 2-headed monster with Zach Johnson and with Fred Janoski. That is accumulating 35 points and 17 rebounds a game from these two.
Wow, that's a nice stat right there, Jeff. And, we've watched those young men mature over the years, and they've been playing really good basketball. Pinconning is in a different league this year, so we know that they're playing in the Jack Pine and playing some pretty good teams. You got your Sanford Meridians and your Claires and other teams like that. So they're playing good competition. They're right in the mix of this thing, and Coach Pashik is doing a nice job. He's getting some consistency, and he's been there a while. That's what you like to see. You want to get some kids in there, get used to the way you do things, and he's starting at the lower level and getting it up to the high school level.
Well, and he's homegrown talent, too. So, he's got great respect because he came through there as a player, has worked his way up through the coaching ranks. So, he's very familiar with it. He teaches in the system as well. So, It's a great plus to have for your program.
It's always nice when you can walk down the hallways and know that your kids are somewhere in the vicinity or somewhere, whether you're in the school district, someplace. But, it's nice to have the homegrown kid. He knows the temperature of the community. They got great support up there. They got a wonderful booster club, really good community. They got that new facility up there that it's you awesome. And I absolutely love going up there. So, Casey's done a great job. He's taken his steps. They've been baby steps, but he's getting bigger every year. And he's done a nice job of continuing the nice what Tim Floyd started. He just continued that and has done really nice.
They've got a solid booster club.
Yep.
To me, the most important thing they've got there is the wonderful leadership at the top with View.
Yeah, absolutely. Mike View, the superintendent. He's another homegrown Pinconning kid that actually played for Lefty Franz up there in Pinconning. So he knows what it's all about. He's got great passion for his school district and his community and Bay County in general. And we just love going up there. And they roll out the green and white carpet for us, so we're looking forward to getting up there one of these nights.
And that's one of the few times you and I like stepping on the green carpet.
We'll walk on that green and white carpet.
Now you switch gears to the All Saints Cougars. The game we saw last Friday night was a war.
Yeah, it was really physical, Jeff, and these kids from All Saints and Caseville really went at each other. They got after each other down on the block. They were getting on the deck. It was a knockdown, drag-out street fight, just the type of game that, might have been something that basically All Saints needed at this point in the season. And, Caseville hasn't had a lot of success over the last few years, but I'll tell you what, that Caseville team is a team to be reckoned with.
Now, you start with the low post presence of Grant Gehringer, but then you go to the wings. You've got the law firm of Contis and Contis, and then you've got Krzyzewski. So you've really got 4 go-to players and a great supporting cast.
Well, and you got 4 right there, and you got you got a good 5th starter. But then you go to the bench, you bring in the little spark plug as Tyler Duklon, and he comes in and plays some solid defense, and they can go pretty deep on that bench, Jeff. So they're really doing a nice job substituting, and I thought that win against Caseville was a really, really tough win. They got down 4:19 to go. They got that technical foul in the second quarter. That put a spark underneath the Cougars, and from that point on, I thought they just played wonderful basketball.
Well, and I flat out asked Coach, I said, was that a purposeful tee? He smirked, but he wouldn't answer. But, we could tell the effect that technical foul warning had on his club. That was the club's wake-up call, and they responded very well.
Having been a head coach here at Bay City All Saints, there's a time when you just want to get a technical. I mean, there might not be a big thing, but you just want to get something under your kids. You need a spark, and the technical sometimes does it. Gets your team fired up, gets the crowd fired up, and I really think it was very effective for the Cougars against Caseville.
Well, and it gives your kids that feeling that you're fighting hard for them, so you're going tooth and nail, so that was extremely effective as well. And I really think we should be in for just a real fun basketball game tonight, watching these two teams go. If Pinconning sets up in the offense, they're big underneath with Janoski and with Johnson. Those two big kids are really going to be a tough matchup for All Saints.
Yeah, and that's what Coach Brzezinski was saying before the game to me when I was talking to him. They kind of got that two-headed monster, Jeff. I think just basically All Saints just has to come out and do what they do best, play solid defense, put the ball in the hole, take good shots, make your free throws, and pretty much the same game plan for the Pinconning area Spartans. Just do what they do best, be yourself, and you know what? I think we're going to have a heck of a ball game tonight.
That about puts the wraps on our Covenant Healthcare-sponsored pregame show. Back in a minute with all the game action right here on Bay County TV.
In the fight against cancer, you are never alone. The Covenant Cancer Care Center pledges to stand by you every step of the way. And standing with us now is MD Anderson Cancer Network, a program of MD Anderson Cancer Center, one of America's leading cancer care providers. This extraordinary affiliation gives families unprecedented access to world-renowned cancer treatment plans close to home. Together, we can fight cancer, hand in hand.
Well, good evening and welcome back. This is the main event here on a Monday night. Jeff Dunn and Mike Wisdala.
We're having way too much fun even before the game starts, Jeff.
Well, told one of the officials I'd catch his good side, and he said, should I rent out that side as a billboard? The Cougars get the opening tick. Geringer goes way up in the air. And we talked to Coach before the game. He's a slim down, just a machine down there. And they go right underneath him to the basket. Got caught underneath, and here comes Johnson the other way. He wants to go, and look at Krzyzewski going up there going, nope, not that. Now Geringer, we know how he started the last game out with a triple in the corner. Contest with a little floater on the baseline, and he had 14 to match his number in the last game. He gets the first deuce of the ball game.
Well, Jeff, looking at number 21 for the Pinconning area Spartans, Zach Johnson, he started as a freshman. He's filled out nicely now being a junior for the Spartans.
I'm going to love that matchup between Johnson and Geringer tonight. They are going to go to war in that low post. As they move around, nice screen. Ball goes back out to number 22, Schumann. And that can't be any relation to
Bucky. You know who's in the house tonight? Bucky made the trip down to Bay City.
Is he?
Yeah. President Award winner a couple years back. Bay County Sports Hall of Fame.
That's a thing of beauty to have Uncle Buck in the house.
He's a stalwart.
And look at the loose change picked up with a putback and the deuce for number 21 on the play. Zach Johnson gets that first deuce for Pinconning.
Nice job by Johnson following up with that left hand, natural left-hander.
And going back at the other end, Zach contest.
He's left off right where he started right where he left off the last game we were here against Caseville.
Boy, he hit a couple of threes back-to-back in the first half and in the second half that really helped this club to new heights as they won a real close, hard-fought game against Caseville.
Hey, these kids are getting it after, both on defense and offense, Jeff. Really, shoes are squeaking. They're getting after. Good stance, good hands.
You got to love when the shoes are squeaking. Extra pass. That is the shot is up by Almeida. Can't get it to drop. Look at Janoski going up to keep that ball alive. Ball goes out of bounds. It will go back over to the Pinconning area Spartans.
That foul is on number 3, Alex Krzyzewski, his first personal team foul, number 2 for the Cougars.
Boy, and they run that weave, too, and as Almeida got the ball, and now it goes down deep into the corner. Janoski trying to dribble penetrate, goes back up top. Shot is off the mark from number 2, Lupke. And it's one and done as that rebound comes down. Contest into the offensive set for the All Saints Cougars. On top 4-2 with possession. There's what they were looking for, the extra pass. Contest off the mark as well. Is trying to come down the other way. The ball is out of bounds, and it'll go back over to the All Saints Cougars. Great angle defensively to get to the point.
Yeah, good penetration down there by Krzyzewski, Jeff. Good dish to Contest. That's a good-looking shot. Just got to keep shooting those. Those will go in. We've seen him make a whole bunch of those last week against the Eagles.
You can't fault the look.
No.
It just didn't go in. You know, when you get a good shot like that, open shot out of the offense, you got to take it.
There's another one. They're going to call a foul, but again, good penetration by the Cougars. And number 4, Antonio Reyes, he was ready to burp it. He had a good look at it, good open shot.
Yep, and he'll take that all night long, and you got to like your chances over the course of the evening that he'll make it happen.
Janoski picked up his first one, Jeff.
Geringer puts up a shot, can't get it to drop. Rebound comes down on the controlled break to the Pinconning area Spartans. Trying to move that ball down.
Yep.
And Geringer's going to pick up a foul early. Tried to overplay.
Now, when your free throw line extended and below, you play post defense on below the block side. Free throw line extended, you play above the line, up the line on the defensive post.
So 3 fouls early on. And a great job of Spalding on the wrist as Contest comes down the floor, and good defense by the Pinconning area Spartans getting back defensively. I believe that was number 12, Almeida, that knocked that ball out of bounds. There's the extra pass. Contest couldn't get the shot to drop. Krzyzewski goes back up. Part of that was deflected, and it's coming back down the other way to the Pinconning area Spartans. Looking to tie it up as they come down the lane and just couldn't get enough on that shot. Went in between 3 defenders and really didn't have a lot of real estate to work with.
Yeah, Geringer with those long arms with the little block. He can make that shot. He made that last week. And that's not a bad shot. Get Johnson outside and shoot that three-point shot, Jeff, for the Cougars.
And that's exactly what you look to have happen, is you want to pull your defender out away from the basket. Good help defense. Geringer with a second swat. He's got 3 rejections here in the first 4 minutes of the game. Krzyzewski, look at the running down the floor. The big fella saying, I'm going to get the deuce off a great pass and great vision from Krzyzewski. Geringer finishes.
Nice job by Geringer running the floor, Jeff. Nice little left-hand baby bank by Geringer. 6-2, 3:35 and counting to go here in the first quarter.
Nice long 3 ball up and good from number 22, Blake Schumann.
Shoots like Grandpa. Woo! I used to do.
I loved watching him on the football field, boy. He was poetry in motion.
Yes.
That's going to be a nice deuce. Boy, when you come that strong and hard, trying to come back defensively was Antonio Reyes, but he just got there a split second late, and the big fella went right up over the top.
I'll tell you what, that was a nice job by Johnson going after that ball. They came out in a little 2-2-1 three-quarter court trap. Got rewarded for it. Johnson's go to the line and try the three-point play, make it the old-fashioned way, as we like to say.
Watch out. Tyler Ducalan just comes into the ball game for the All Saints Cougars. He looks like he's had about 8 energy drinks when he comes on the floor. He doesn't drink them, but it sure does look like it. 8-6, the first lead of the ball game for the Pinconning area Spartans.
That's a 1-2-2, 1-2 half-court trap.
So Geringer gets that down again, and they tried to go back again. Zach Johnson does a nice job of stealing. It gets stolen from him, and then they go back. Blake Schumann trying to go back-to-back from the corner. Can't get it to drop. And Geringer has been very active.
Good shot. You know, that was a really nice shot. Good transition offense. If you're open, You got to take that shot.
Contest trying to go underneath. Great look and a nice shot again out of the offense, but Geringer can't get that shot to drop. And the one and done as Pinconning comes back. They couldn't get that ball to Janoski. As Zach Johnson tried to get it. Long 3 ball off the mark. Fight for that. Look at that. Part of the law firm comes down with a rebound in the land of the big fellas. As Geringer tried to go up, Johnson slaps that away. Contest goes back and says, look at this. The big fella with great control of his body under the basket softly puts it up from 2. And we're knotted at 8 with 2:06 left in the first quarter.
You know, Jeff, great shot fake and good step over. Really good footwork right there by Geringer.
As again, defensively, Johnson trying to come underneath. We're going to have a no shot. It's going to be a foul on the floor.
I think that's going to be on Zach Contis. His first personal team foul, number 5, against basically All Saints.
And that's got to be something that is the only concerning thing for All Saints early on with 5 team fouls. Look at Janoski going up strong in between 2 defenders with a nice soft shot.
2-2-1, Jeff. 2-2-1, 3-quarter
Now it's
court.
2-on-1 the other way, and you know how that's going to end. Great job, Krzyzewski. Pulled the defender, a nice bounce pass, waist high where he could get it and do something with it. And at the other end, Zach Johnson, he just continues to impress in his 3rd season on the varsity.
Man, he took that to the rack with some authority, Jeff. That's where you got to go against the big fella.
When you're shooting with that left hand, too, that makes things a whole lot different for a defender. Going at the other end of the floor with a finish on the play, number 11, as Mays gets the deuce.
That's a familiar name from the football team, Dakota Mays.
Geringer's going to take it to the hole, and that thing is slapped away. A nice little floater, unable to finish. Zach Contis is going to go to the line.
That'll be team foul number 2 on the Pinconning Spartans. That foul's on number 4, DJ Labine, his first personal. As I said, team foul number 2, Contis shooting 2.
First one grabs 3 pieces of iron, cannot get it to drop.
54 seconds, Jeff. Good substitution. Coach Brzezinski says, you know what, big fella, get yourself a drink of water, get a little break. We'll get you in there, start of the second quarter.
Love that rotation. You see that in the last minute of a quarter, you just give them that extra little bit of time.
Yep.
Contest comes out for the same reason.
Now, Connor Ward started last week, Jeff. Did a nice job spelling Geringer. Came in a couple minutes at a time. Really filled the void. Did a nice job for when he substitutes and gets in there.
Boy, Zach Johnson underneath had the absolute perfect position, and the entry pass was right where it needed to be.
Well, if you're an assistant coach on Pinconning, you're saying Geringer's out of the game, Johnson's still in. We know we got to go to number 21. We got a little bit of a mismatch.
Got to feed him. That shot goes up from Contest, can't get it to drop. Nice little skip pass, cross court, wide open for the 3 ball, a little bit strong. And they're going to have Zach Johnson with a foul as Krzyzewski came down with a rebound for the Cougars.
Yeah, nice job by number 3, Alex Krzyzewski, the junior, with the big rebound. That's Johnson's first personal team foul, number 3 for the Spartans. And Johnson will go out. He'll take a break for the next 20 seconds.
That's another good substitute. And again, they're coming down the floor. They're going to have a 3-on-2. Going to have a travel as couldn't get the feet down in time. McDonald. Oh, he's part of the football law firm, too.
Yeah, McDonald. We got a lot of law firms going on here.
It's a thing of beauty.
Contis, McDonald.
Down to the last few seconds of the quarter. Big rebound off the miss, and with 0.4 seconds left in the quarter, Connor Ward is fouled by the Pinconning area Spartans.
That's Dakota Mays, I think, his first personal, and that's team foul number 4.
And at the end of our first quarter of play, it's Pinconning 16, All Saints 11. Back in a moment for the second quarter on BCTV.
tired just like Daddy, huh?
They'll probably never know about his thousands of hours of on-the-job training.
Here, go, Daddy.
Or that he spent as much time in the classroom as someone with a master's degree. You and I know he's one of the experts when it comes to electricity. Part of a team committed to doing the job right. They call him Dad. You call him the electrician right down the street. IBEW, the power professionals in your neighborhood.
Back here on Bay County TV, having a little fun with the officials here in between quarters as Johnson kicks that ball back out. Trying to skip that pass back. Schumann had to go high as a defensive back to get that. Tried to bring that ball to the middle. Nice job by Janoski. Nice soft touch.
He's tough.
Got that deuce to drop. It's again nearly stolen. Contis comes back in the game. Look at Gehringer underneath with a quick pump fake, and he can't finish it. He gets another opportunity. He goes, the first one, I just wanted to add it to my stats. I needed a rebound before I got the put back in the
Yeah,
deuce.
he's shooting 50% with a rebound right there.
It's a great one. It's 18-13 as the All Saints Cougars down by 5.
Nice caught by number 4, Jeff. DJ Labine, really, and a nice pass by number 10. I think that was Dylan Brady, or number 11, Dakota Mays.
But Bean, when you come from the backside, you put yourself in perfect position to receive that. Schumann going up with the shot, can't get it. Look at Gehringer fighting against the trees down there to make it happen with Janoski and Johnson down there. Contis into the front court right now slowly. Down 7 with 6:35 and counting left in our first half. We're going to have a defensive push.
That looks like it's on number 4, DJ Labine, his second personal team foul, number 5, Jeff. Both teams have 5 total fouls here in the first half. 6:34 and counting to go in the second quarter.
Gehringer with a little baby hook.
He called it. I heard him.
Banks are open late in the south end. A beautiful deuce that time. Gehringer's picking up right where he left off last Friday night. And we're going to have a travel. That unforced turnover gives the ball back to the All Saints Cougars.
You know what I like about him, Jeff? He doesn't hurry it when he gets the ball down on the block. We talked about that, Caseville. Take your time. If you don't get it the first time, you might get it back, and he does a nice job when he gets the ball.
Pressure from Pinconning with the steal. Look at the look. Schumann in the corner knew exactly. They made eye contact for a split second. Got it back to Johnson. Had that thing biting it above his eyeballs. And he put that thing in, made it look easy. And a double dribble as Reyes tried to get past Johnson. And that turnover, it's time right now. You got to be really careful. Down 7. You need to keep this thing single digits.
Yeah, we're 5:57 to go here in the first half, Jeff. You're right, 22-15. Pinconning up over the base of the All Saints Cougars. Pinconning coming out, playing very, very good here in the first half. All Saints also doing some nice things.
Janoski back to Zach Johnson. Extra passes. They go underneath Janoski. He's going to try and kick that ball back out. Nope, he's going up with it in between 3 defenders. He just goes up and powers it in the glass.
Boy, another nice young man with good footwork there, Jeff. Took it up strong, kissed it right off the glass.
Janoski with great hands defensively. At the other end, Zach Johnson slam, bam, jam. He caught it in stride and he flushed.
Dunk you very much, says Mr. Johnson.
Well, that young man, he gets up in the air. And Lee Thompson just had a big article this last week on the best dunkers. He got up in the air and finished that thing with authority.
That was a nice dunk.
One of the other Pinconning area Spartans that they said could dunk was Willie Pickford, and I've seen that for many years too. He used to be able to change the light bulbs. We got a timeout on the floor, and it is going to be an All Saints Cougar timeout. We'll be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
AAA Transport and Limousine is the Great Lakes Bay region's most reliable and requested transportation service. For over a decade, we have been helping our clients to get to their destination on time, in style, and comfort. AAA's services include non-emergency medical transport, wheelchair accessible, school transportation, and shuttle services. We strive to provide exceptional customer service and tailor our fleet to meet your individual needs. Rest assured that you are in safe hands when you ride with AAA Transport and Limousine. To set up your next appointment, give us a call at 989-893-8294.
Back here on Bay County TV, head coach Casey Pashik. He's got to be pleased with his team right now, scoring 26 points. They're averaging about 46 a game, so they're already doing well above that number.
He looks like he's getting younger since we saw him last.
Oh, he's ever youthful.
Holy cow. Age is doing him wonders.
He's also taken over that baseball program, so
good for him.
There you go underneath. And Grant Gehringer couldn't get that thing to drop.
Nice pass.
That thing hung on the front iron, but that again, as we've said over and over, great shot out of the offense.
Good shot out of a timeout, too. Jeff, set play by Coach Brzezinski. Nice cut by number 12. Almeida going across the lane right there, Jeff. Good job by that young man.
Boy, again, great vision as Almeida was the recipient of that pass. He knew what to do to finish. Gehringer pulls Johnson out, lets it fly off the back iron. Again, down one-on-one. He wants to go to the hole to finish. And that ball's out of bounds, and it'll go back over to the All Saints Cougars. Trying to get back defensively was Contest to draw that charge, but good body control to avoid the charge.
That was a nice job right there, Jeff. 4:10 and counting to go here in the first half. Again, the trap by the Pinconning area Spartans. And Krzyzewski goes all the way. Nice job by that young man taking it to the rack.
He's smooth.
He really is.
28-17, still Pinconning plus 11 with possession here. Just under 4 minutes left in the first half. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala along with you. Jared and Natalie Doan on the camera. Nick Page producing and directing. And Janoski just doing a great job of finishing again. Pinconning's getting some pretty high percentage looks at the glass.
They saw a little mismatch right down there. Janoski had a guard on him, Jeff. They took advantage of it. Good job by the Pinconning area Spartans offense.
And that's not the way you want to pick up that foul. Gehringer with the little bump in the back. And that's his second, and that's team foul 6, so the next one's a shooting.
Number 2 on Gehringer. He's got to be careful right here, Jeff, with 3:25 to go in the first half. Pinconning up 30-17.
As we just got a good quick look at one of our officials, Papa Joe Patriga. We go way back to the Thomas Lincoln Handy days when we graduated. He ran the scoreboard and I did the PA announcing, so many, many years of fun that we had at our alma mater.
I remember those days when you guys were doing that. That was a long time ago. One of us is getting old.
Not you.
Right. Like I say, one of us.
You're ever youthful. A little substitution pattern coming back for the All Saints Cougars. As again, they're down 13 right now. We're at the 3-minute mark left in our first half of play. Trying to get that ball under to Schumann. Look at that. Went right into the hands of Dalton Bycroft, and he said, look at that. I'll just grab this and point the other direction and hand it off.
Who said he couldn't catch a cold?
Paul Sevilla, our other official tonight. So we've
got crew.
3 great ones on the floor tonight. Again, trying to get that ball in. Might have been a little bit of a forced job to Connor Ward, but the Cougars are going to get their hands back on the ball underneath their own basket.
Cougars need a basket right here, Jeff.
Contest in the corner. Boy, they sniffed that out.
They must have scouted from last week.
Krzyzewski, though, knew exactly where he was at, and he kissed that thing off the high glass and found the cotton. It's again a steal by Dukalon. Something we've seen once or twice before. As Contest trying to take that ball down on the baseline. Sends it back, brother to brother. Can't get the shot to drop. And the rebound comes down. Going back, and Krzyzewski times that jump just right and knocks the ball away. chance to bring it back to single digits, down 11 with 2 minutes left in the first half.
Got the one. Be nice to have another one right here, Jeff. Get it, like you said, single digits. There's one for you. Contest with a big hoop.
And they're going to
Cougars
say two.
needed that.
Yep, it's a 9-point ball game right now, back to single digits. As that shot goes up and it's off the mark, fight for the loose ball. And it's last touched out of bounds by number 11, Mays.
Here we got wholesale changes for the Pinconning area Spartans, Jeff. 5 out, 5 in, changing on the shift.
Yep, they're
like
shift on the fly with that 5-pack in there. But Zach Johnson well rested for this last minute and a half. I look for him to be their feature offensively.
And no foul trouble.
And we're going to have a moving screen by the All Saints Cougars. I think that was going to go. Oh, it's against Ward.
Connor Ward, his first personal team foul, number 7. Out of bounds to the Spartans, Jeff. $1:20 to go here in the first half.
People say, hey, team foul 7. Why are there shit?
Player control, my friend.
That's a thing of beauty, brother.
You weren't been the only one listening.
Another deuce by the Pinconning area Spartans, and they're back up by 11.
DJ Labine with that big hoop for the Pinconning area Spartans, Jeff.
Boy, Krzyzewski did a nice job of coming to that pass. Otherwise, that may have been picked off. Dukelan to Krzyzewski in the corner again. He's trying to shake and bake his way. Ward with a shot. He can't get it to drop. The rebound comes down to number 20 on the play. Azar. And then here comes Dukelan, and he says, whoop, better just slow it down here. He had that thing like a Duncan yo-yo on a string. Contest, look at that, goes back to Ward, wide open for a 3-ball.
Well, that's a big one.
That is the great extra pass to the wide open shot.
How about Ward with that extra pass?
Yep. Contest
Smart
with the triple.
play, smart play.
And that's a huge basket.
It sure
brings
was.
it back to 8. As that shot goes up, and that's off the mark. And it's going to be one less opportunity with 4.2 ticks left for All Saints. So nice little comeback. They were down 13. Now they're down 8 with a chance to really make something happen. Krzyzewski at half court lets it fly at the end of our first half of play. It's the Pinconning area Spartans 32 and the Bay City All Saints Cougars 24. Back in a moment to recap the first half. We'll also set the stage for the second half right here on Bay County TV.
So your car is getting towed and you're not sure where to take it? Try Village Towing and Auto Repair. Our expert mechanics are here to help assist you with all your repair needs. We have over 30 years of experience with motor vehicles, so you know you're getting the best work that you can find. Stop by the shop at 2377 South Huron Road in Caucaulin or give us a call at 989-684-9607.
Our smiles can light up a room. Our work can light up an entire city. We're the men and women of the IBEW, working with a code of excellence that guarantees the job will be done right, on time, and safely. We're lighting the path to the future. Let us show you just how bright that path is.
Back at the IBEW 692 halftime show on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. Cougars got off to a good start, but boy, through the mid-first quarter and to the mid-second quarter, the Pinconning area Spartans really put a great run together.
Yeah, Jeff, that little 2-2-1 three-quarter court trap helped a little bit in that. They got up and down the floor really well. One thing I noticed about the Pinconning area Spartans, Jeff, when they don't have the ball, they move very well with it. They cut across the lane very well and get a lot of easy shots like that. So it's going to be up to All Saints. When somebody's cut like that, you got to chest the cutter and deny him that. But Pinconning is the one thing I like about them, movement without the basketball.
When I look at this game, the first half, the difference to me in the first half is Pinconning has been able to finish under the basket. The Cougars have had a lot of great looks underneath the basket without as much success finishing.
Yeah, Pinconning's gotten a lot of their points, Jeff, from Johnson. He's got 13 in the first half, so most of those, one of them was a real high percentage shot on that dunk. So, but he's got a lot of baskets underneath, down low, doing a nice job. And then Geringer's got some shots down there. He's ended the first half with 10, and he's had some bunnies just not go down for him. He could have maybe 14, 16 points total, but you know what? Their kids are battling hard. Johnson and Geringer are really going at each other. It's a good matchup. And All Saints got themselves back in this game down by 13.
Well, they had a little 5-0 run at the end of the first half. It was 13. Now it's down to 8. So anytime you're within the single-digit realm, you've got a great opportunity. I think if you're Coach Pashik, you just say, hey, we're going to continue to pressure until they can consistently show that they can beat that pressure. We'll get points off of the turnovers. And I think Coach Jason for All Saints says, hey, we just need to finish underneath the basket. Don't worry about their length. Just go up strong and let the chips fall. And I think we're really in for a great second half right down to the stretch.
Coach, I think you hit the nail right on the head again, as you always do.
Oh, no.
That's 4 times this
Lord
year.
Have mercy.
It's not a lot of changes have to be made. It's just little details. Make some baskets. Make your free throws. Take care. All Saints got to take care of that 2-2-1 press, and I think they'll be fine. But I agree with you. I think the second half is going to be really, really good. And a game like this for Bay City All Saints going up against a bigger school is good for Bay City All Saints down the stretch. And I'll tell you what, it's a good test for Pinconning. This type of game for a Pinconning team, you can't let that small school get into your head. You got to come out and play. You play everybody the same every night. So both teams have some challenges here in front of them.
That about puts the wraps on our IBEW 692 halftime show. Back with all the second half action in just a minute on BCTV.
It takes a lot to raise a family. A good job, a good salary, and some patience. A lot of people my age are drowning in college debt. But I chose a different path. I'm a member of the IBEW, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. I work hard for my job, and I love what I do. I had a lot of choices for my future, but I made the best choice for my family. IBEW, the right choice.
Back at the conclusion of halftime, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you, Jared and Natalie Doan on the cameras, Nick Page producing and directing. Thanks some of our great sponsors.
All right, Jeff, how about our friends from Covenant Healthcare, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, 692, just the sponsor of our halftime show. Village Towing, AAA Transport, the official apparel provider of Bay County TV, shirts, mugs, and more. And can't do it without the Booster Club here at Bay City All Saints and the Booster Club for the Pinconning area Spartans. Great group of folks in both Booster Clubs.
Masterfully done just in time to start the third quarter, almost like it was scripted. The All Saints Cougars with the first opportunity, and Zach Johnson knocks that ball away. Look at Janoski going down the floor. They can't finish, and Krzyzewski hurries back and picks up the loose change off of the floor. He's going up, and we are going to have a foul, and that is going to be on Janoski.
That's Tommy Janoski's second personal. Team foul number 1 here, just underway, Jeff. 7:35 to go in the third quarter.
Krzyzewski, probably the better of the free throw shooters for the Cougars, and I probably shouldn't have said anything because he clangs it off the iron. I won't say anything, and he'll go all cotton on the second.
There, oh.
Couldn't get it, but a nice job by Reyes. Kept it alive, but finally came down to Janoski. As with 7:25 and counting left in the third quarter. Up 8 with possession. And they're heading under to Zach Johnson. Now that shot went up by Lipke, and he couldn't get it to drop either. Zach Johnson could not get that thing.
Almost got Joe right in the noggin there.
Papa Joe had to turn quickly to see that orange on the blue, as they say.
He's still pretty quick for an old dude.
He's a KG veteran. He knows his angles. As again, fighting the double team, a nice pump fake. 3 pieces of iron. Reyes gets it back. Contis wide open for a 3-ball. Got the old friendly roll of the Homer rim.
Sweet rims here.
Boy, first basket of the second half. Only 5-point deficit now for the Cougars. Let's see how the Pinconning area Spartans go to Schumann in the corner with a wide open shot. Double iron, can't get it to drop. And that ball out of bounds goes back to All Saints. So the Cougars with that first basket and now possession will have a chance to bring it down to a single possession game.
Yeah, nice job by Contis. You know, he's a streaky shooter, man. When he gets it going, Jeff, he can really fill it up.
Contis back to Geringer. He pumps fakes and he wanted to take it around and had the defender beat, but he just couldn't hang on to the rock to finish.
All Saints going to pick up full little half-court man-to-man. Been playing that all game long. Doing a nice job.
As they roll around onto the offensive set, a nice skip pass. Down underneath with a great finish that time is Almeida.
Boy, nice little bump right there, too. You just gave him a nice little bump. Nothing too bad. Got Geringer off of him and made a nice bunny.
Contis was able to finish, but
he wanted
Seville
it.
says they got him on the floor before he went into the shooting motion.
Fouls on Lupke, his first personal, team foul number 2 against the Pinconning area Spartans.
Trying to force that ball into Krzyzewski, all alone at the other end. Shot is missed. The putback for the deuce again is Almeida. So a little 4-0 run right now for the Pinconning area Spartans. Bring that lead back up to 9.
Nice pass.
Great look underneath. He just lost control of it and couldn't regain it enough to get a strong shot up. I'll tell you who wants to make it happen is Almeida here.
Wow.
Just catching fire in the third.
How about that drop step, a little spin, a little kiss off the glass. 38-27, 5:10 to go, Jeff, in the third quarter.
So that's now a 6-0 run that Pinconning has responded to the 4-0 run early. And that one is Zach Johnson down the floor. Janoski wants to finish. He gets it over to Almeida. He says, I'm feeling it.
Ooh.
Just keep feeding me.
Nice job, Almeida running the floor, Jeff. Nice bounce pass. That foul is going to be on number 3, Krzyzewski. His second personal, team foul number 3. Timeout on the floor.
Cougars taking a timeout, down 13. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
You treat your family with extraordinary care every day, which is why when it comes to their health, more of you choose Covenant Healthcare. We specialize in extraordinary care, from diagnosis to recovery, from babies to grandparents. Learn more about our extraordinary bariatrics program. Sign up for our free seminar.
Back here on Bay County TV. You talk about somebody you go back a few years with, the Shapanskis.
I'll tell you what, played with him for 2 years here at All Saints. He averaged 31 and 29 his junior and senior years. High school All-American, first team All-State. Guy could fill it up, and one thing I could always throw him the ball, and he could catch it anywhere I put it. So he made me look good many times.
Well, and that was those points before the three-point line.
Yes, it was.
So with that, you would have probably been able to add 8 or 9 a game to both of you.
Well, if it would have been the three-point line when we were playing, he never would have touched the ball.
You're right. Well, Lefty might have had something
he would have said something.
That.
Yeah, no doubt.
You heard it all from him.
I did. I did. Yeah, in my sleep.
So as they go back again, let's see what the Cougars get from this offensive set out of the timeout. They go underneath to Gehringer, and boy, he goes underneath, and he had a tough angle to work with. As one and done, the rebound comes down to Zach Johnson. Let's see if they don't go to Zach. Skip past Janoski's wide open for a 3-ball. Bangs that trifecta home, tickling the twine. And it is a 43-27 ball game. Just a minute ago, it was 5 with All Saints in possession. That's just how quick this Pinconning offense can hit.
Point number 11 for Janoski unofficially. Boy, nice drive by Shizuski, But you know what? Just not going down right now for the Cougars, but they're getting good looks.
We talked about that at the half. That's the difference in this ball game. The good looks at the basket.
Nice
as
cut.
the contest can finish that one off. But for the most part, All Saints not able to finish. Pinconning around the basket has been able to finish tonight. A lot of the same looks. Here comes Krzyzewski with the steal. He's looking to go coast to coast. Splits the defenders, puts it up off the glass, off the iron, through the cotton for the deuce. He'll go to the free throw line and try and finish off the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Nice job by the number 3, Alex Krzyzewski, the junior, Jeff, for the base of the All Saints Cougars. He took it up, expected to be fouled. We've said it once, we said it 100 times. Chin on the rim, watch it all the way through, and he's going to be rewarded with the free throw.
Great body control to split the two defenders and go up strong to the basket as well.
Looking for point number 7 is Alex.
I'm not going to say anything about his free throw shooting.
Thank
you. He hits the 3-point play. Big 3 for All Saints.
They
now it's back
that.
to an 11-point ball game.
That was big. They really needed that.
Boy, Zach Johnson thought about the 18-footer, gives it to Janoski. Zach Johnson again passed up an 18-footer, thinking I can get that anytime. Look at the look to the basket and the finish by number 11, Mays.
We talked about it during the halftime show, how well they cut to the basket, Jeff. And that was another one. Good drop pass right there. Foul on the floor against the Pinconning area Spartans.
Levine. Well, not only do they cut well off of the ball to the hole, but they're very aware as passers where they're going, and they put the ball in an area that they can be successful.
And the key to that is, Jeff, they know where they're going, but they've got good spacing. They're not too close together, so one defense can guard two. So the spacing and that type of offense is very important.
Look at Contest going up against the bigs. He couldn't get that to drop again. Had another nice look at the basket. Johnson 22 feet from the basket on the right wing. As they slide that ball back up top to Levine. 2:35 left in our third quarter of play. Janoski underneath. Look at that. Just powers that thing up between two defenders again. Kisses it off the glass for the deuce. And he'll go to the free throw line to shoot one.
Basket is good. That was a tough shot. It looks like fouls on number 11. That'd be Tyler Duclon, his first personal team foul, number 2 against base of the All Saints. Janoski at the line shooting one. They got nice rims here.
Very shooter-friendly iron.
Yes, they are.
As again, just in the less than 2 minutes, the 11-point advantage in scoring as Gehringer can't get this one to drop either. Had another great look, and boy, that sounds like a broken record, Liz.
Yeah. Fouls on the floor. That basket's not going to count, Jeff. No basket. Nice job by, again, Johnson taking it to the rack. That's team foul number 3 on base of the All Saints, and that is Gehringer's third personal.
Boy, Zach was thinking if it was only the NBA, I'd have had continuation. Look at Krzyzewski anticipating that passing lane, and he takes the ball away. They're going to send that thing back to Duquesne. Contis just open for a split second, but really good close-down defense. There's another great look by Geringer underneath, and he cannot get it to go.
It was got it down where you wanted, Jeff, just not falling.
As the Pinconning area Spartans plus 16 on the offensive set with $1:40 and counting left in the third.
Big third quarter for Pinconning area. Ooh, I thought he walked a little bit right there, but referees didn't call it.
And that shot was missed on the play by...
I think that's DJ Labine, number 4. But you know what? Maybe he had his seat fed. I thought he walked, but I'm not the one with the striped shirt on, Jeff, so we'll leave it to the guys with the higher pay scale, so to speak.
Wow. That is for the high-priced talent on the floor. Again, the Cougars need instant offense. Down 16 with $1:19 left in the third. Again, triple teamed. Little baby hook again. Another pretty good look. One and done as Janoski comes down with a rebound. Running the floor well with the finish. DJ Labine with a kiss off the high glass for 2. And he'll get 1 at the line.
Really nice job by Labine filling the lane, Jeff, and he got that angle. He had a good angle. He wasn't too flat right there. Went up strong, got fouled. That's on number 14, Nick Contis, his first personal team foul, number 4.
And Labine missed that one to the right, and so have a substitution coming into the ball game. Janoski comes out of the ball game. Almeida comes back in.
Number 10, Adam Gerald in for the base of the All Saints Cougars. Also coming in for the Pinconning area Spartans, number 10, Dylan Brady.
And Jose Castilla for the All Saints Cougars getting his first offensive action.
We called that name quite a bit in the girls' game last week.
We're looking to our right.
Yeah, there they are.
To one of the what they call the Slash sisters. Had a great game the other night against Caseville. Great job by Krzyzewski. Going strong to the hole. Was able to get the foul, and he'll go back to the free throw line. He's probably one of the few Cougars that's been at the free throw line tonight, Mike.
Fouls on number 11, Dakota May's second personal team foul, number 5 for the Pinconning area Spartans.
Boy, double iron cannot get that to run. He still has a soft shot, though.
He's got a good-looking shot, Jeff, but that's kind of been the night for the Cougars. Good looks and just not falling for the fellas right now. There you go. You could tell that one was going in the minute he shot it.
So he makes it, and he comes out of the ball game, being replaced by number 32, Daniel McDonald.
And like you always say, if you want to get off the schneid, get to the free throw line, make a couple free throws, get that confidence back. It's always nice to see the ball go in the rack.
Well, it's definitely a rhythm thing. And when you see that thing go through it, you get the visual as well, and you've got yourself something special. Travel first, good call before the contact. And with 43.5 ticks left,
you know, we talked about shooting. We go back to talking to Coach Klein at Essexville Garber. Her girls, were struggling a bit. You just got to keep shooting it, man. When they start going in, then the basket looks like a hula hoop up there.
Well, and if you're a pure shooter, you got to believe that the next one's going down.
Everyone
and if you don't think that, then you don't deserve to be shooting because it's a confidence thing.
I can say I never met a shot I didn't like.
Yep.
It was going up.
Well, and you had that mindset. If it didn't go in, you were confident that the next one was going to. You didn't think twice about it. You had the opportunity to look, and you let it fly.
Yep.
His contest goes to the hole.
That's a nice take.
And he was fouled on the play, and he'll go to the line. He came down hard.
I think he came down on that right wrist a little bit, Jeff. Has a little bit of tape on. Referee says you're all right. Nick says, absolutely. I feel fantastic because I'm going to shoot 2 free throws.
Boy, he's really nursing that bad wrist. And they said, unfortunately, the only thing you can do to make that wrist better is to rest it. And it's a little tough to do in the middle of the season. As he's a little off the mark with that first shot just off the front iron.
Love watching that young man on the football field, too.
It's you could say that about a lot of these athletes, being
Both
73
teams.
strong as the second free throw goes. Boy, when you walk the halls, if you're a fresh, warm body and you show an ounce of interest, you're playing.
Yep, that 8-man football is something special. And a lot of kids on the Pinconning area team we saw on the football field too.
Yep, when you're at a school of the smaller schools, you need to be a 3-sport athlete. Deep in the corner as Castillo gets the backside rebound. Contest at the
count it!
Twice!
Woo-hoo!
That's what you like to have. Brings them back within 13. We'll take a break and be back for the Final 8 on Bay County TV.
At Covenant Healthcare, we lead with the most advanced technology. We lead with the most experienced, comprehensive medical and surgical teams. We lead with partnerships to teach our future doctors and with organizations who help us bring world-renowned care close to home. We lead because our patients are at the center of everything we do. Covenant Healthcare, extraordinary care for every generation.
Back here, boy, the first guy you see is the guy with the good-looking hairdo, Fred Janoski, and a lot of the Pinconning area faithful that are here watching this game tonight. And Dad's got to be proud of Tommy's activities, says he's played a whale of a game.
Yeah, talked to Coach Janoski when he came in, said hi. Always a pleasure to see our friends from Pinconning. And you know what? We had a great conversations before the game tonight, Jeff. Had a lot of laughs with a lot of people. So always good to walk into the gym and see a lot of smiling faces.
Well, we're happy to see them, and for some crazy reason, they're happy to see us.
We're still trying to figure that one out.
We don't question it.
No.
We just go with it.
They keep asking us back, so we'll show up.
We are elated to be in the house indeed. Here we go with the final 8 minutes of regulation. Down by 13, the Cougars need some stops, and they need some offense. And we're going to have a double dribble again. As Labine tried to come over with the screen, and it really never materialized, and that threw the rhythm of that dribble right out of whack.
Yeah, just underway here in the fourth quarter, Jeff. Cougars, don't try to get it back all at once. Just chip away at it and get this thing going.
Reyes seeing his first action in a while, and Zach Johnson with the reach-in.
Nice job right there, Jeff. Geringer posting up. He came across, posted up hard, and got down and sat down, had good position and sat down right on Johnson's leg. And that's why Johnson got called for the foul.
Greg Geringer, another shot that's halfway down, rolls out, and they don't get the finish. Boy, that's been the resounding theme of the Cougars' offense tonight. Zach at the other end just posts up, and he knew that Geringer was there. He goes and uses the high glass and goes right over the extended arms.
Yeah, unofficially, Jeff, that was his first basket here in the second half. So that big lead came without Johnson scoring in the third quarter.
Here's Labine at the other end, beats the defenders down the floor, and it's back to 17 points. Little 4-0 run in the first minute here of the fourth for the Pinconning Spartans.
And Labine gets up and down the floor quick, doesn't he?
Well, he's the youngest of the three brothers, but boy, they think he may be the most talented of the three.
Yeah, he's only a sophomore, and that young man has some quickness, has some speed getting up and down the floor. And
great baseball player,
yeah.
All three of the brothers were very proficient there. As Reyes did a nice job, but you got to reestablish in bounds before you can touch the rock.
I didn't think it was going to come back to him that quick.
He was a little surprised by it, as my friend Gomer would say. The Spartans with 6:45 left in the ball game onto the offensive set.
I wonder when Mayberry was coming in.
As we have got the patience on offense here, because they're going to look for a nice backdoor cut for an easy basket. I don't think you'll see them take a jump shot unless it is a wide open opportunity.
Well, they move so well with the ball, Jeff. You know what? They can take their time.
And that ball turned over twice, and it falls back into Grant Geringer's lap.
Looks like a hot potato.
Nobody wanted it. That was a game we used to play as a kid,
oh,
hot
absolutely.
Potato. And Contis traveled. As the turnover gives the ball back. And we're going to have an All Saints Cougar timeout. We'll take one as well and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
It takes a lot to raise a family. A good job, a good salary, and some patience. A lot of people my age are drowning in college debt, but I chose a different path. I'm a member of the IBEW, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. I work hard for my job, and I love what I do. I had a lot of choices for my future, but I made the best choice for my family. IBEW, the right choice.
Back here on Bay County TV, the man, the myth, the legend, the man that makes it all happen here at the All Saints Cougars, one of our besties, it's Mr. Greg Wagner.
Oh, we used to call him Wheels when we were playing softball together. That guy could scoot in his day.
Man, you used to play softball together. Now you golf on the same night. So you guys are just, as the song says, hanging around. Here's a long shot from Labine. He tickles the twine. He says, boy, Coach said we could take it if it was wide open. It was wide open, and he finished.
Man, that is point number 7 here in the second half for DJ. He's played a really nice second half here for the Pinconning area Spartans.
Boy, All Saints can ill afford to waste an offensive trip down the floor here the rest of the ball game. That lead is blown to 20 right now. Garner with a nice little drop step. Again, a good look to the basket, and he can't get it to finish. He's a little frustrated. He's got his palms
There's
up.
There's that backdoor cut without the ball.
Man, they run that to perfection at least half a dozen times tonight, Mike.
Really, and he just comes out, takes that jab step, and then goes backdoor. What a nice, pretty pass also.
At the other end, able to get this one to go. That was a great entry-level pass to Grant Geringer.
Grant Geringer's first points here in the second half, Jeff. Just under 5 minutes to go in the ball game.
Trying to go underneath. Yanoski, the recipient of another pass. And again, Mike, we've said it over and over. They've been able to finish, and the All Saints Cougars are going to need another timeout. We'll take another break and be back for the last 4:45 on Bay County TV.
At Covenant Healthcare, we see this every day. As the region's leader, Covenant has the best emergency and trauma team for adults and children. Because on an ordinary day, you just may need the extraordinary.
Back on Bay County TV, looking at a couple of cagey veterans out there. I don't want to say how many decades of basketball experience.
You can't count that high.
There's a few.
You can't count that high.
Joe Patriga, they call him Papa Joe, and Paul Sevilla. Paul's had some state finals in basketball over the years, and many regionals and quarters and semis, so hard work does pay off.
Yep, he's done a nice job. Good refereeing crew tonight, Jeff. Let's show them some love. I thought they've done an outstanding job here tonight.
Well, and with young Dalton Bycroft, he's a very new to the three-man game. As a tickle of the twine by Contest brings them back in, and they're grooming him. And I'll tell you, when you're long and lean and you can run like the wind he can, and you've got the great discernment of the game like he does, he's going to go move up the ladder fast.
Set play coming out of that timeout for the Pinconning area Spartans. They were looking for a little lob for Jansen, and the foul's going to be on number 20. Nolan's there, his second personal, and that will be team foul number 7.
Krzyzewski really has an explosive first step in the baseline to the hole.
Yep.
Shh. Yes, I won't say anything. Tough luck at the line. I mean, do you say tough luck at the line or just tough luck on everything not falling for the Cougars tonight?
One of those nights, Jeff, and everybody has them. You're getting good looks, they're just not going down.
Well, the effort's there and the looks are there. When it doesn't fall, you can't be totally upset as a coach.
Absolutely not.
Here's Labine. He's tickling it again. He says, I want double digits. He may have got it with that basket.
Was that a 3?
Yes. We'll have to get the abacus out here and start adding up some of these numbers.
16 unofficially.
As Geriner's fouled by Yanoski. And it'll be the 1-and-1.
That's Tommy's third personal, team foul number 9 against the Pinconning area Spartans. Geringer at the line. He'll shoot 1-and-1 for the base of the All Saints Cougars. There you go.
That's a nice stroke. Rattled it home, but a nice soft touch on the shot. Back to a 20-point ball game. That was a nice, pretty shot.
That was a good one.
That was soft.
Hit nothing but the floor.
Yeah, the net doesn't even ripple when it goes, so you know you're right on. And look at Krzyzewski again with another block. He's coming down on the controlled break.
Ooh.
He's going to get the ball back. He got a nice screen. Shot won't drop. Zach Johnson with the foul. And again, I think Krzyzewski's deceptively quick going to the hole, and the defense just couldn't rotate over in time.
Team foul number 10. Coach Greg Wagner's favorite saying.
Oh, double secret probation.
Dean Vernon Wormer.
From the favor.
Krzyzewski with another nice-looking free throw. 3:22 to go in the ball game, Jeff.
Back to 18, back to 17. As they come up over the timeline into the offensive set. Janoski deep on the right-hand wing. Sends it back to Zach Johnson. He penetrates and dishes. 3 shots of the iron for number 2. Lupke can't get it to drop. Granger says, I got a good look. And look at Dukalon, the human gnat, as he flies then for that rebound. Contis wide open for a 3 ball. Can't get it to drop. And Janoski goes up, gets a man-sized backside rebound.
Boy, Contis, Zach really had a nice look at that one, Jeff.
He's going to finish there all night.
Yep.
But when you go against him, you might as well just put your hands up defensively and hope that you can hit it, because that's his area down there, and he finishes in style.
And you know what he did there? He dribbled the ball, Jeff, but that was a power dribble. It went down and up really quick, and at that time you needed to dribble the ball from where he was to make his move. Normally you don't do that, but at that time you had to.
2:21 left in the ball game. The abacus says 19-point differential. Castilla with the inbound pass for the All Saints Cougars.
Wholesale changes for the Pinconning area Spartans.
Garrett uses that iron, and he still can't get it to drop. Cougars are going to get their hands back on the ball. Again, another good look for Grant.
And I like the way these kids are using the backboard. Nice post up by Garringer. I tell you what, he was all man right there. He got big, he got low, and there was no way you're going to move him. He sat right down, Jeff. Good position, and he was ready to get the ball and go up strong.
Well, his dupa and hips are really strong, and he utilized those to his advantage on that last post up. Up a little bit short on that first offering. He didn't use the legs on that one. He'll make the adjustment.
There you go.
And he may be coming out now. He's seen his last activity of the night as he played his heart out again tonight.
A nice game. Played very well.
So an 18-point lead for the Pinconning area Spartans. Trying to slide around right now. The ball into the hands of O'Brien. Castilla, as he's going to come down, is he going to try and go coast to coast? He flips that thing up, was a little out of control, and he didn't want it to be a turnover, so he just tossed it up and couldn't get one of his teammates in a white jersey to get the rebound. It's down on the ground. It was the Pinconning area Spartan, but he was able to get himself back up. Almeida. And we're going to have a Cougar foul on Jacob Werner.
That'd be Jacob's first personal, Jeff. Team foul number 5 here in the second half for the Cougars. Out of bounds to the Pinconning area Spartans underneath their own hoop. We've got $1:34 to go here in the basketball game.
As the Pinconning area Spartans inbound the ball. They slide that thing out to Blake Schumann. Blake sets up shop up top. Flips that thing back to Brady. Again, great box out that time by Connor Ward. Did not allow the defense to get there, but the ball came back.
It's coming
to Bay County TV.
Father Rick gets it.
Father, great hands. I'll tell you.
Good catch, Father.
And he saved us here at the table, too. That thing was heading for the monitor.
Oh, don't break that monitor.
That's
we just
brand
got that.
New. That's the compliments of the family Guizdala. Coming down to the last minute of the ball game. Castilla with the shot. Can't get it to drop. As they fight for the rebound, he gets the long rebound back after the loose ball. Jumping around. Look at Castilla with another rebound. Finally the bucket by Jacob Werner. And it's always great to see these kids that work hard get a little quality PT.
Jacob filling it up.
Shot is up. We got a pushing foul, and that's going to go against Mays. And we're going to go down at the other end, and we're going to shoot some free throws. 2 of them to be exact.
In the double secret probation situation of the Pinconning area Spartans, at the line for base of the All Saints, number 23, the junior Jacob Werner is going to shoot a couple.
A little bend of the knees, a flick of the wrist. Oh, Cotton on the delivery.
3 points in a row for Jacob. See if we can get number 4.
Like the high trajectory of that free throw shot. This one just a little bit short. And the rebound comes down. It looks like number 41, Connor Ward, going to pick up the foul, and that's number 6.
That's Connor Ward's second personal. Team foul number 6 out of bounds. 34.3 ticks to go, Jeff, in the ball game.
As now it is under 30. And the Pinconning area Spartans are going to come away with a big victory. As here comes Werner. He gets it to Castillo, back to Werner. And the ball is tipped away and comes back down with 11 ticks left. I think they're just going to stand out here and dribble it out with the last 5 seconds of the ball game. That's all there is.
There isn't anymore.
The final score of the ball game, 66-51. Pinconning area Spartans with a big 15-point victory over the All Saints Cougars. We'll be back in a moment to put the wraps on this one on Bay County TV.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Back with our post-game show on Bay County TV. Jeff Doden and Mike Guizdala along with you. And this was a game of equal opportunity tonight, but Pinconning made the most of their high percentage shots. The Cougars really had trouble filling it up from in close.
Yeah, Jeff, I agree with you. Pinconning had some really good looks and took advantage of it, from the outside, got the ball down to Johnson down low. All Saints had plenty of opportunities. It was just not their night. There was a lid on that hoop tonight for the Cougars. It was just not happening for basically All Saints. But you can't complain about the effort because they played very, very hard tonight.
Third win of the year for Casey Pashik and his Pinconning area Spartan team is, again, he's got a fairly young club here, and
he does.
He's very excited about what things are looking like. You know, as your top 2 players are contributing in a big way again tonight. But the balanced scoring with 4 double-figure scorers for the Pinconning area Spartans.
Yeah, Jeff, let's take a look at Zach Johnson. Of course, this is all unofficial. 17 for Zach, 16 for DJ Labine, 16 for Tommy Yanoski, and 10 for Almeida. Now, Labine came off the bench and gave him 16 points. So anytime you can get somebody coming off the bench and giving you that kind of contribution, you're really happy with that. So good balance. I thought the Pinconning offense was balanced. Defense was good. The full court press worked. And when they got to the free throw line, they made the free throws.
It was a complete effort. Again, when you're a team that's averaging about 46 points a game and you can come up with an offensive game like this, that really gives you confidence moving forward.
Yeah, they shot the ball extremely well tonight, Jeff, and they go to 3-5, and they lost some very tough games. They were been very close, but this was one of those games to kind of get you off the schneid. But they've got some tough ones coming up, but they're going to be a tough foul. I wouldn't want to be playing them that first game of the districts.
Well, the one thing that pleasantly surprised me the most about this Pinconning team tonight, their backdoor cuts without the ball.
Right.
And the people that had the ball recognized where they were at, got them the ball in a position where they could finish, and they were able to do that.
The one thing that you have to do about that and that type of offense, Jeff, is you got to read the defense. And if he's overplaying, you come up, you make a hard cut out, and then you go back door, and that's when you saw a couple of those backdoor passes. And then they move really well with the ball, coming across the lane, having nice hands, getting low and posting up. Johnson is really tough when he posts up, and Yanoski's not afraid to go down there and mix it up, but he can step outside and fill it. So I like this Pinconning team. They're solid inside, they're solid outside, good leadership, and they got, if Levine comes off the bench and gives you that every night, well, I'll tell you what, they're going to be tough.
Well, on the other hands for the All Saints Cougars, effort, A+. No question the effort is there. Shot selection, B+ to A-. Had great shot selection for the ball game. Boy, the C comes down to finishability tonight. There's nights like that, Mike, where the ball just doesn't fall for you.
And it was tonight, the ball just wasn't going in. They had good looks. The selections were good, and they get the ball down there, and they'd rattle in and out, and they just roll off the rim. So you can't complain about the selection, and you definitely cannot complain about the effort from the Cougars tonight. They played their hearts out, and they ran into a pretty good Pinconning team. But, Pinconning had their hands full for about a quarter and a half, and you know what? Pinconning will make adjustments. All Saints did a fantastic job, and All Saints comes out of this at 5-4.
Well, the Cougars brought it down to 5 in a span of the first couple of minutes of the third quarter, and then the next 4 minutes, it was a plus 13-point run for Pinconning. That really was the difference in the ball game.
Well, the key to that, Jeff, is how you handle those runs. Can you handle them? Could you get yourself back into it? Cougars got themselves back into it, had another run, kind of made some baskets, but, the Pinconning area Spartans were hitting on all cylinders, filling up, down low, down high, and everything was great. Bucky, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. Take care. Bucky Schumann, one of our good friends from Pinconning.
And you're right, the President's Award winner in the Sports Hall of Fame.
Yep.
So when you look at tonight, there's goods for both teams. Down 23, they fought back to with only losing by 15 points, so they certainly didn't cash it in down the stretch.
There's some things they got to work on, Jeff, but there was a lot of good things that they saw. Coach Brzezinski's going to look at that video tonight and say, you know what, we did some good things. We missed some bunnies. We had some tough breaks, but overall I think we did play. You got the 12-hour rule, put it in the rearview mirror, and let's get ready for the next one.
Well, and this is a tough week for Pinconning, and they've got Standish tomorrow and another game on Friday, so 3 games in 5 days.
We saw Standish, and they're tough.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. Those two teams ought to be fun to watch tomorrow night. But that about puts the wraps on everything tonight. Another great night, Coach. Always a pleasure to sit by your side.
We got some time off for a while, but we'll be back in February. We're going to hit it hard.
Oh, it's going to be a big month of February.
They're going to see a lot of us.
9 or 10 broadcasts in February. So on behalf of the whole crew, I'm Jeff Doan along with Mike Wisdala, Jared and Natalie Doan on the camera, Nick Page producing and directing. Our BC TV family, pleased to bring you this activity. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.
We'll see you again.